Today we're going to look at another running back prospect for the 2023 NFL draft class that we're going to be looking to get in our rookie drafts this spring. He's one of my favorite running backs all through college, even during his high school days. Fun running back to watch. And the running back we're going to be talking about today is Zach Charbonnet from UCLA, formerly from Michigan. He was a top shelf 4-star recruit coming out of high school. One of the top running backs in his class. 247 Sports had him ranked 4th overall when he was coming out. Very lucrative prospect. He set a record at Michigan as the first player to rush for 10 yards in his first season. He finished with 11 that year. During his freshman year, he rushed for 729 yards and 11 touchdowns. His sophomore season was lost, non-existent, 124 yards. Had a big 70-yard run against Minnesota that year. But things changed when he transferred to UCLA. The transfer to UCLA wasn't a shock to anybody considering what happened during his sophomore season, but he initially broke out during that year in 2021 as a junior with 1,137 yards and 13 touchdowns. But he did shock everybody when he decided to come back during his senior season because he looked good during his junior year. The running back class was soft last year, so he would have fit in nicely this year as a rookie. But he came back and he improved. Rushed for over 1,300 yards, had 14 touchdowns, improved in the passing game, catching 37 balls for 321 yards. He averaged 4.15 yards after contact per attempt and 3.54 yards after contact per attempt on his career, which you all know he's a big running back. He really smashed through faces. So the yards after contact is not a surprise to anybody if you've watched his highlights or study his tape. In the passing game, he averaged 10.4 yards after the catch per reception this year, and then 9.1 yards after the catch per reception on his career. Again, you get him in space with the way he moves, his lateral ability, and his ability to pound through guys, and nobody's going to want to tackle him, so he's going to get you some yards after the catch. Looking at the tape here, things get very interesting. First thing, he's 6'2", 215 pounds. That shows up on tape. He's got size, he's got power, he's got a thick build, and he's very aggressive. He wants to pound through dudes. He wants to run through faces. He wants to send defensive players to hell when he hits them. Excellent contact balance as well. He'll hit you, spin off. He has great feet. Moves laterally very well. Covers a lot of ground moving laterally for a 215, 210, 220, 225-pound dude. Big boy that can move well. He has some finesse in his game. I'm excited to see what he weighs in at the combine as well. Seeing him listed all over the place, probably around 220 at least, maybe somewhere in that range. His hands are good. They're strong, and plus he plucks the ball away from his body. If he's catching in the flat, downfield a bit, it doesn't matter. If it's over his head, to the side, he grabs it with his hands, he tucks it in, and he's looking to get upfield. His movement is very efficient. It's very fluid. Nothing's wasted. So even if he's running downfield, or if he's looking to make a cut, or it's after a catch, there's no wasted movement. So it makes him look a little bit more burstier on tape, which is a good thing. It makes him very assertive, makes him getting upfield into the hole a lot quicker. He changes directions, really good for his size as well, and allows him to be more elusive. He can chain together moves in the open field. You don't see many running backs do that, and that's especially with him being so aggressive. That's also helping him with his route running because he can turn on a dime almost for his size and then really jet to the other direction. He's not a burner. He doesn't have elite speed, but he is fast enough to get the job done, has enough burst to get the job done, but he's so assertive, he's so quick, he's so smart, and he reads things so well. He just makes his decisions so fast that it really helps with how quick he does things, on the field, and really allows him to get a leg up on the defense, or once that crease opens, he can really work in small confined areas, drop his pads and work through there, and then his power just takes over. Saw him on a few runs just find that small crease, drop his pads, and somehow manipulate his way into gaining 10 yards, and I don't know how. He even found the crease to begin with, then figure out how to get those extra yards there. He has a natural reaction to the game going on around him. I feel like he knows what's happening before it happens. He just reads the defender and makes his cut before the defender knows what's going on. He just reads the momentum of his blocks and where the other guy's going and just jets the other way. He has very good footwork, and he's very confident with what he can do on the field. He's confident trying to get the edge. He's confident running through guys, and he's confident in making his cut, going the other direction to make guys miss. He trusts his abilities, which is allowing him to be able to make those quick decisions as well. When we look at draft capital and rookie drafts, I'm seeing a lot of mock drafts lately, especially on the Twitters. I'm seeing him follow the second round rookie drafts. Considering his production profile, considering what we're seeing on tape, we don't have the specs on the athleticism yet, but that could be wishy-washy. But for him falling in the second round, and if he gets decent draft capital, that's going to be a steal. Usually any other year, a guy like this, usually back in first round, mid-tier first round, somewhere in that range, maybe even higher if it's a weaker class. But this guy's got some goods. This guy is solid, catches the ball in the backfield, he's thick. And one thing I always say, look at those bigger backs that can catch the ball in the backfield, because they're going to be on the field for the short yardage and goal line situations. And then they're also going to have those opportunities to be jetted out there in the passing game, which elevates their opportunities in the game. Of course, they got to be good. Of course, they got to be efficient, but he's shown a lot of good things on tape. He's shown a lot of good things with his production. We're talking about a guy who was productive as a freshman in Michigan, then transitioned to UCLA and got the job done for 2 straight years. Again, another running back you want to look at. Really want to watch for the draft capital here. Looks like on average on mock drafts, NFL mock drafters are putting him around 60 overall range back into the second round. That being said, he can go anywhere in the second round, but there's a chance he can be a third rounder. Day 3 is a possibility just in case these NFL teams want to play chicken with this running back pool, since there's so many talented running backs. I guarantee there will be a back or two that falls to day 3 that shouldn't have, or most years will be a day 2 guy. We're going to see that with so many good running backs in this class. This could be one of them, but I really look for him to be drafted on day 2 somewhere, maybe third round, maybe late second round. I look for that to happen, considering how prestigious he was as a prospect, how well he played at UCLA, and then also had an early jump during his freshman season. So I look for him to get on a roster, have enough production, have enough draft capital for him to compete early in his career. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about it. Today I had to drop the beetroot hat on you guys so I can let you know that I was serious on Zach Charbonnet. Actually, I just got in the mail, so I figured I'd floss it real quick. But make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Really helps the channel. It's going to help you too, because I'm covering all these rookies. I'm covering all the mock drafts, the rookie drafts, literally anything I can find. Even if it's a trending topic on Twitter, I'll bring it here. But I want to thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.